Turntable Teachers. Turntable Teachers.
And welcome back. I'm Mike with the Turntable Teachers, and class is back in session. Here for another guest speaker episode at AOA Studios. If you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator of any kind, make sure you hit us up at aoastudios.org. Book your session or service today. And I'm joined by two incredibly special guests.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
None other than Bencils and Maz joining the Turntable Teachers.
We here, man.
And
Yeah.
she's off camera right now, at least for today. But we have another
Got the camera crew.
addition to this. We're gonna flash a picture of you on the screen. We're gonna take a photo of you towards the end there. But we have Olivia, our brand new intern audio engineer in training.
Go.
So this is a really this is just exciting. This is like a really exciting
hyped.
episode. And I was saying off air to Olivia before you guys got here that because I've only met you once, but like your energy was just like crazy, infectious, insane.
Thank you, bro.
And just seeing your content, whatever, it's just been so fun. And I was like, these guys are gonna be a fun time. And we've had nothing but like my gut's already hurting from all the laughs
Dude,
that we've had on air.
Thank you for having us
So
on.
this is gonna be a lot. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. How you guys doing?
Doing
Fantastic,
great. I'm doing
bro.
great,
I'm
bro.
happy to be here, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
super
Blessed.
excited. And
Yeah.
it's great to finally meet you, Maz, because he was
course,
telling me a
bro.
lot right away, bro. This guy champions you. I hope you know that.
I appreciate that, bro.
He really does. Like within a few minutes of us meeting, he's like, "Yo, you got to get hip to my boy Maz, man." He's like, "You got to." And I was like, "All right, dope."
It's true, yeah. It's true.
But listen, no, I ran through some of your projects. We're gonna get to some of that, some of the recent stuff you guys have been dropping, some of the recent stuff you guys have got going on. You guys both individually and together have so much going on. But first, we like to talk at the Turntable Teachers. We start with a segment called The Objective. That's where we get to know a little bit about you guys and your backgrounds. So, Maz, I want to start with you. So you have a really unique background, being somebody from Brazil, Sao Paulo originally, correct?
Of course, yeah.
And you've been here since 2015. So I'm curious for you, like knowing, your dad was into music, right? When he was younger and as you were growing up, he was a DJ.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Bro, he's already done his research.
What? Yeah.
So I'm just curious. Yeah. See, dude, it's
fuck?
Turntable Teachers, bro. You
man.
gotta know that the
Dang.
research is
Come
gonna
on,
get
man.
done, dude. If that would be so off
He
brand.
said, so
if I
your
didn't.
dad is 52 years old, right? So
I just met this guy.
Yeah, literally not even half an hour ago. And so I'm curious for you, growing up with somebody like that in your household.
Yeah.
How is he impactful and influential to you as at a young age, someone coming up aspiring to be an artist and now being one as an adult?
At first, I didn't think it was. Like, there wasn't really a lot of influence because my dad plays, like, 80s music, and he hates hip-hop.
Okay.
So I was like, it's just, like, he did music, but, like, I love music from the beginning. So, like, growing up with that, like, there's still a lot of 80s music, I guess, that I listen to. Like, Tears for Fears is fire. Like, But then, like, as I've been making more and more music, I'm going into more of, like, I don't want to say a rock vibe. It's still very much hip-hop. Like, I love making music that just, like, when you play it, like, you're at the show, that's going to make people, like, dance. Not dancing, like, oh, I want people to, like, bust out, like, a fucking YMCA. But, like, it's, like, just, it makes you, like, do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you, like, people get energized, you know what I mean? No matter what, like, the beat is gonna be, like, it's gonna make you move. It's not just gonna be like a head bobbing type of thing,
this
you know?
shit hard, bro.
Because that's like what my dad, like, I've helped my dad out a lot of parties, like, and it was like his goal was always to, like, okay, crowd, like, he doesn't count beats, you know what I mean? He has zero musical, like, background. So it was all just like song selection and counting, like, seeing what the vibe was. And he did a lot of vinyl coming up. Now he does a lot of regular Serato controllers.
He's still DJing.
He's still
DJing.
DJing.
Dope.
He's still
Is he
DJing.
in Brazil or is he up?
He's up here. He's up here.
He's up
Like,
here
it was
now.
crazy.
Awesome.
The transition was crazy for him, but yeah, he's still going.
That's
at like
awesome.
60 something. I forgot. Sorry.
He doesn't even know the age. Imagine if I
DJ
just pulled it
Maza,
up.
your son doesn't know your birthday.
62.
Never mind.
No, 61. Sorry. Anyways. But yeah, I think like that, like, as I've been making more and more music, I've realized that like a lot of that party, like having people connect with the music throughout the night is like what that influence, like, you know, how that like affected me, you know.
Sure.
So I think, yeah, like it's, and just the way that he carries himself, he's like the very, very low key person.
Mm-hmm.
He does not like, he's never on the mic at the parties. He's always just very serious.
Lets the music kind of speak.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I think
that.
like I'm not necessarily like the most like extroverted, like when I'm walking a room, but like
You don't strike. You don't even online. You don't even strike me as that, right? Like
yeah, and I just like, I want the music to speak for itself, but at the same time, it's like once you get to know me, it's like it's cool. You know what I mean? Like it's vibes.
Awesome.
So yeah, man.
What is it? What is
My
it like?
dad's the goat.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying my dad's the goat. So
Oh no! Shout out,
DJ Maza.
shout out, DJ.
Yeah.
What is his name?
DJ Maza.
yeah,
DJ Maza. I like it. Right now, being at this age, I'm now just kind of a follow-up question to that. Like, and you guys being in the States now, like, and you making music and like putting music out and being involved in the Boston scene here, like, what is that like at home? Like, do you guys collaborate? Is it just kind of like you sort of just stay in your own sort of lanes? Like, is he an avid, fan of you now? Have you tried to help him get
he's
into
probably
hip-hop?
like my number one fan. No,
That's amazing.
like he like that's like the only stuff that he listens to, like when in the car. Like he
Well,
like
your shit bumps in the car.
thank you. Hey,
That shit goes.
as long as the mix is good, man.
That's a conversation we're having later. Believe
Let's
me.
go,
The
let's
mixes
go.
on this man's. You do all your own
I do
engineering?
everything. Yeah,
Give him his flowers, man. Produces, engineers, and records all of his own music.
but
Yeah.
my like when I was just before I went to Brazil, went to Miami for just a day.
Yep.
Our flight was the next day. Got in the car, Spotify connects to my dad's phone, and then my music starts playing. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, and I used to have a problem with him playing my music because it was bad. And I was like, yo, this is not good. Like, stop playing this music. And then now that it's like, I'm getting happy with it now, is like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting streamed. So it's like, I'll take it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's such a cool story.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, and just got dual citizenship recently.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm
Dual
very,
citizen.
Very, very happy for you there.
America.
I was asking him off there. I'm like,
I actually had to sing the national anthem at my citizenship thing. Like
they make you do that?
There's a whole ceremony. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You walk in a room with I was the only person under 50 there, and it's like a whole you already did because you have to do a test before. I had already done my test, so it was just the ceremony. It was like, oh, you're a citizen now, but you just gotta go through this to oh, America, and then they got on your seat. It's like a whole folder with a copy of the Constitution, a small U.S. flag, and a actual paper certificate saying you're a citizen of the U.S. right? And then it's just the guy comes up and he's like, hello, everybody. Welcome. You're the citizens now. Let's all sing the Pledge of Allegiance and now the national anthem. And then there's a message from Biden. And then,
Hello, Americans.
Are you sure this was your citizenship or torture?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Obama's voice just comes on the speaker.
Well, that would be a lot better.
Maza Wonderland.
That would be a lot better.
But nah, it was so funny. It was so funny. And then, and then you're done. And then
Crazy.
I'm out of there.
Well, hopefully you want to stay because
I think so.
It's lit in America, man.
Yeah,
It's real active.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Real active in
Talk about
America,
that.
man.
Ben,
What's up, man?
how you doing, brother?
Bro, I'm
I want to.
fantastic.
So you were the second person, right? That's
Yeah.
done this. I want to quickly do this. So
hold on. Look
he's
what
wearing the red. This man. I mean, you say you're doing research. I don't know if you took a shot in the dark or you did research, but you knew my favorite color and my size.
Man, you know a crazy thing? I can read auras. So
Yeah?
you got a very royal blue. You got a very
Boy, thank you.
composed. You in a past time you would have been a treasurer for a kingdom, bro.
He's capping out his ass right now.
Yeah, I can't read auras, and I don't know. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I got 4 colors at the crib, so I was like, yeah, Matt's probably a blue guy. So,
Well-
or Mike, my fault.
He knows my size and my favorite color, but doesn't know my name. You heard it here first. Well, dope shirt. Thank you so much for bringing this over. This was great.
I'm
I like
sorry,
the shirt.
Mike.
It's okay.
My bad,
Ben.
Mike.
Ben.
Okay.
Bencils.
No, touche.
So you brought up something, and it's actually a great segue of Maz being, an artist, a producer, an engineer, and you were quoted. It's actually in your Spotify, so I pulled it right from it. I want to read it because I thought it was so great. You said, "I want to bring hip hop and the music that inspires me into a space that has the foundation to reshape the future of creative ownership as we know it." And you both strike me as people that are down to learn and pick up skills really quickly.
Did I say that?
That's
in my bio.
That's in your bio. I don't know if you said it.
Yeah,
back.
no, yeah. You know,
If anything, you wrote it.
I was like, damn, bro, you snapped on that. You wrote that really well.
But you both strike me as people that constantly want to pick up, learn new skills, and you're the same way. You're giving him his flowers, and rightfully so. But man, you do a lot of different things too.
I've never given him his flowers.
Was it never too late to start? Never too late to start.
He's kind of creative.
Cameras rolling.
But you're super creative, bro. You do video and DJ and producer. Like you do a lot of things too. So coming from Chicago, right, where you grew up, and now being here, I'm curious for you. And then obviously being 2023 going into 2024, I'm just genuinely curious for you. Like, why do you think it's so important in this day and age for you to be such have so many different creative, multi-dimensional sort of skills? Like what about that is important to you to be so multi-dimensional in versatile in your creativity?
I mean, I think there's two aspects that I kind of come at it with. There's like an industry aspect where it's like, bro, everybody is a creative now. Like, you're replaceable, bro. Like, if you're just an artist, you're replaceable. If you're just a podcaster, you're replaceable. You run a recording studio out of here. Like, you're trying to expand. Like, bro, I came in the industry as like a producer, bro. Everybody produces. And I wasn't better than everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm a charismatic dude. Like, I could bring the energy up in a studio session, but it's like, bro, if my beats aren't hitting, like, I'm not getting a placement. You know what I mean? So I was like, shit, like, what can I do in the studio to make sure, like, they want me there? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I started producing when I was 18, like, right when COVID hit. And I had really, like, I did EDM before then, but I, like, never delved into the hip-hop scene. So, yeah, bro, I come from Chicago, and the scene in Chicago is very, like, it's very old and it's very cutthroat right now. Like, there's a lot of gatekeepers, and there's a lot of just bullshit that goes on, like, in terms of, like, elitism. And so if you can't bring a youthful energy or a youthful skill to a room, which they already have people, like, they already have their guys, you know what I mean? So you're not going to break into that room. So I kind of came at it from a perspective of, shit, I got to do everything, bro. And that came from Maz too. Like, Maz and I, real talk, we're roommates. We've lived with each other for 2 years. This is my best friend. This is my dog right here. Like, bro, my videography career started with him. We went up to our roof and I was like, bro, let's film a music video. We started going out. Let's film some short form content. And so that's kind of the industry perspective where it's like, bro, you got to be able to, if somebody says, I need this, I'm a multi-versatile tool where I can be like, all right, let's do it then. Mm-hmm. Like, I was talking to E.T., shout out E.T. from Van Buren.
Van Buren. Oh,
yeah, and I said, bro, if you ever want to do a video shoot with a flaming car, just let me know, bro. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but, like, I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace, and once he sends me the text, I'm there. I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace, buy a fucking Toyota Tacoma, and blow that bitch up. And have E.T. standing in front of it in a parking lot. And, like, that's where I come in. It's like, bro, I may not be able to get the dopest shot for that. I may not be able to, buy the car right now. But I have the people who can. You know what I mean? I know the people who can. And so I guess that's, for me, like, that's the industry perspective. And then from a personal way, it's like, bro, I'm an inventor and I'm a creative in general. Like, this shit is in my blood. Like, my mom's a creative. My dad is a much more logistical, like, left brain dude. But, like, they support me so hard. Like, as Maz was saying with his dad, like, they're my biggest supporters. They want me to win. You know what I mean? So, like, I have really good faith and really good, like, a really good spirit about what I do. But over the summer, I felt very pigeonholed into, like, all right, I'm an engineer. I'm a DJ. I'm a producer. Nowadays, bro, it's December 2nd, 2023. I don't know when this is airing, but man, I can do anything. You want me to shimmy at an Indian wedding? You want me to twerk at a strip club in Atlanta? Roll the clip. Like, bro, I can do that because I'm big into manifesting, bro. I have a full wall in my room, which is just pieces of paper that I tape to a wall, and I write goals on it. I mean, Maz knows I'm not capping. It covers up. It right. Looks crazy. It looks crazy. But on those papers, I wrote down a bunch of times this summer, like, man, I want to free my mind of any boundaries. I want to be able to say I can do this. Like I'm getting really into 3D modeling right now. I'm getting really into like Blender, into the world of VR, into the world of augmented reality. Because that's the shit where like
the future, right?
Bro, and it's fun. Like that's how I keep things fun for myself. I burnt out as a producer like in January of 2023 because nothing had happened yet. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. Like there's no motion. Like, and like selfishly looking at Maz, bro, Maz has a lot of motion as a producer and an engineer. So it was like, fuck, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? And it almost like, real talk, it led to a little bit of jealousy. Because I was like, fuck, like why, I don't like that feeling. You know, it was like envy. It was like, I would see you get placements and I'd be like, why am I not doing that? You know what I mean? And so I guess where I'm sitting now is like, shit, bro, like now because I'm myself and my own creative unit, you're yourself and your creative unit, there's no jealousy, there's no envy. We're winning together, we're winning separately. And so like, bro, we're getting money, we're making moves. And like, at the end of the day, as I said earlier, this is my best friend. Like there's nobody else I would bring on this podcast with me. Cause like, this is my dog. This is my Jack Harlow to my DJ Drama. You know what I mean? Like, this is the future. This is generation future. This is the future generation. Yeah.
I don't think he wants to be Jack Harlow.
Nah.
How would you say Jack Harlow in Portuguese? What
Jack
would
Harlow.
that name be?
That's his name.
No, I know. But, but what would that name be? Jacques Harlow?
That's French.
That was so French.
He's Portuguese Jack Harlow. I'm Chicago and DJ Drama. So yeah.
I'm just Maz.
Aye, bro.
He's like, fuck all that.
Bro, and Matt hasn't told you before. Man, I'm gonna roll the pit stains, bro. If I have to raise my hands during this interview, bro, this is what y'all gonna see, bro.
Boo!
And that's a great segue to our brand new sponsor, Old Spice.
Yeah, Old Spice Swagger deodorant.
Seriously, Old Spice, if you're watching.
I used it this morning. The eucalyptus
Never
and
mind.
whatever
Mind.
scent.
It didn't work.
Now run me my check, but get some better deodorant because I double layered and I'm looking like a damn lagoon out here.
L-mans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about to do the YMCA. Hold the Y.
See? I use Gillette.
Run me the Gillette sponsorship.
All joking aside, I do want to say, like, that was really beautifully stated. I love how you can just go from, like, I'm going to say this super eloquent thing to just be a complete goofball. Like,
Yeah,
I love that shit, bro. I think that's why we vibed from, like, the first. Whoops. I just dropped all mine. I feel like that's why we vibed.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I was like, oh, this dude can be, like, saying be on some eloquent shit and then, like, just be a total goofball. I love it.
Well, I stand by everything I say. Like, that's why I'm able to, like, it's not a switch. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just you.
It's
just
me.
you.
I can, anything
I
that's clipped
appreciate
on this
that.
podcast, I'll be like, yep.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
No,
Chicago, too.
Yeah, I
like, in
believe
Chicago, people really stand by their word, and your word is really taken for the value you put with it. So,
Yeah.
and in Boston, too, like, I mean, we started working with Meech, we started working with E.T. and Van Buren, and these people are people I've looked up to. You know what I mean?
Sure,
and
absolutely. We just had Meech in here a month and a half ago or
Right.
so.
I saw the
Yeah.
clips. Yeah, Meech is my dog. I'm DJing for Meech now. Thank you for that opportunity. And he taught me, like, you don't need to be flashy. You don't need to have all this shit. As long as you can. Sorry, that sounded like a diss to Meech. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is, like, Meech taught me, like, the value of standing by your word and the value of your word. Like, Meech is, I think, 30. I'm 21. You know what I mean? I'm 20. We're
Meech
surrounded
is
by-
28, bro.
Meech is my fault. Yo, don't clip the Meech part. Yo, this cannot get
You just
used.
dropped an album.
Rewind. Man, Meech is such a good dude. He's 28. He's young. He's so cool. But man, he taught me.
He might be 29. He and I think the same age. We graduated the same year.
29.
Yeah, I think he's 29. I'll be
Okay.
30 in a week. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm out of my 20s.
Happy early
man.
birthday, bro.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother. I
facts.
appreciate you guys.
Roll the balloons. But yeah, bro.
We didn't have him.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're under the table. We forgot to let them loose. But nah, bro, it's just like that.
Stand
That
by your
whole
word.
crew,
That's
yes,
important.
stands by their
Yeah.
word and uses their word with the power with which they speak.
Good.
Like ET's messaging, Van Buren's messaging as a whole is so powerful that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
bro, this is art right now. This is music right now. We're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I freestyle a lot. I don't rap, but like, people ask me, how do you freestyle? It's like, bro, we're freestyling right now. Just not rhyming.
Yeah.
But it's all about perfect timing.
Okay.
Meech bold. He might be 29 and my fault. I'm built like a lineman. My bad.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna
Stick,
sip some water.
Yeah.
stick to what you
This
do.
is
No,
not
but-
that.
I'm stepping back, I'm
This is
stepping back.
not Hot 97.
Not getting scientific
no,
beer. In
yeah.
me.
Not getting excited. So I'm curious too. This is my last question in the objective. ATE Collective. Is that how you guys met?
Yeah, man.
Kind of.
So,
Actually,
talk me through
it
that.
was-
Like, how'd you guys meet? And like,
so
how'd that,
it was
and, like, all
my freshman year roommate, my friend Dilrock, who's my drummer, in my band. He is a producer as well, really dope.
that.
He had met. There was like this account on Berklee, like our first year, called Berklee Misconnections, which was like so like. It was so all like gossip kind of things, and one of the things said like, whenever somebody says like, I ask what their instrument is, and they say, oh, I'm a beat maker, I just like get super turned off by it, and then like you could just see all the producers in the comments just being like,
Raging.
yo, this is crazy,
Yeah.
this is crazy. And then I remember this man got in the comments and he was like, yo, I see all these producers here, whatever. And then I think he DM'd me, and I was just like, oh yeah, bro,
Did you or I did?
you did
Okay.
first.
Alright.
I'm gonna get to it. I tell the whole story. I remember things. He then he DM'd me, and it was like the most basic Berklee conversation where it's like, oh yeah, we should definitely collab, bro. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. You know, let's go.
You're both Berklee
Yeah,
students,
yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, for sure. You know, and then that was that, right? And then my roommate actually cooks up with him at his place.
Okay.
You
And
made the
then-
worst beat of all time, bro. I'm gonna email you the beat. It's really bad. It's like really bad.
And
we'll,
then
we'll layer it.
Yeah,
behind this
so
segment, right?
don't layer it, bro. Bro, you're gonna get no views. It's so bad.
Or if it's so bad, sometimes those things
Bad,
do.
goofy ass beat. Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
those things do get
Yeah.
views. But anyway, go ahead, Maz.
All right. And then Dill, like the second time he was gonna cook up with him, he was like, yo, I'm about to go like at this guy's spot, like cook up. And I was like, I'll pull up. And then pull up to his spot. Still in the same street that we live here today, just
Mhm.
different address,
Okay.
different building. And then it just like kind of went from there. I just started cooking up with this man like every week, and then it was like it came to the point where it was like, yo, I'm like gonna not live in the dorms anymore. I need to find a roommate. And this man, his roommate was gonna live by himself.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
Crazy
yo,
how that
like
shit works out, huh?
let's be roommates, bro. And
Yeah.
then and then it worked out. And then since like for 2 years we've been roommates, and it's been great vibes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect segue into the main lesson, which is where we
Yeah.
talk about what you guys got going on right now.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk about you guys' working dynamic living together, right? And now fast forward 2 years, and you guys have been doing a lot of work together, obviously separately as well in a lot of ways, which we'll get to some of that as well. But I'm curious, like explain like how you guys like both work together, and then within like the dynamics of living together. Like, is it something where you guys are actively creating like frequently all the time? Do you guys feel like sometimes you have to take a break from each other because you're around each other so long? Like, talk to me just about like the dynamic of like working together, and what areas in which you guys work the best together.
I think it's like a personal basis. It's not even, I don't like it. It's like not even on like a creative, like intentionally creative. The way that we work together is just like just being there around each other the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I'm working on something, I always show Ben, and whenever he's working on something, he shows me. And like through our conversations, not just creative, it can just be about life. I think it teaches each other like
Perspective.
Exactly. It's all perspective, you know, because when I play him something that he doesn't fuck with, he'll tell me that he doesn't fuck with it. And
Good.
like
That's
even though at the moment I'll be like, what you mean you don't fuck with it? This is fire. I'll like then be like, okay, honestly, I could do that better. You know what I mean? And like like vice versa, you know.
need that though.
Like,
no yes man.
No bullshit. Yeah.
No yes man. I mean, if it's fire, it's fire. Tell them, right?
for
You know,
sure.
like give the person their flowers, or like
Yeah.
But yeah, no yes man.
Not at all. And then like going back to that personal basis, when he's talking about just some life shit, and I'm like, he calls me out on my shit, I call him out on his shit. You know what I mean? So it's like lessons that we learn from each other, just growing like that. I feel like that's how we influence each other the best. Like we may not be like making beats every day like we used to, like
As in together. We may
as in
not be
together.
making beats together.
Yeah, together like that as much, like, but at the same time, it's like the product that we put out is very much his brand, and his like perspective is very much ingrained in my brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that is like vice versa. Just the energy is very much compatible and like building off each other. Yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I'll add two things. Like, just going off of what you just said, like, we started very DIY. Like, there was nobody, as I said, man, Maz records, engineers, and produces all of his own stuff. He's a one-man center. When we started making videos together, like, we went up to the roof, and I was like, all right, let's figure this out. Like, that's why we're here right now. We've been figuring it out for the past, like,
Absolutely.
2 years. And it was like, bro, like, when you're in that water, you got to wade to make a wave. You got to start, like, nothing's going to come. You know, that water is still. When you're sitting in the middle of that lake, like, bro, you either paddle like hard as fuck.
Can you do that one more time? I didn't
Wait, let's do it.
you either you either paddle hard as hell or you sit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And what Maz was talking about was like sometimes you're paddling really hard and something pulls you under. You know what I mean? And like this summer, I dealt with a lot of mental health stuff. And I mean, we've just, as Maz said, like we've had so many talks. I would say more talks outside of the industry, outside of creative shit than what we do, which then fuel what we do. You know what I mean? Like all of the art, like all of the things we create. I have a saying where I said, I live in the art I create. The art is my life because the art is a result of how you live your life. So like I go to therapy, like I talk to my parents all the time, like, but sometimes, bro, like when I come home, Maz will be watching Breaking Bad season 3, episode 8 on the kitchen table, eating some pasta, and I'll be like, bro, like this girl, or bro, like school, like this shit's happening, and like having somebody there who's like there to talk, but also not there to bullshit. Like as Maz said, like we're there to check each other. Yeah. Like the reason our relationship works out really well is because, I mean, we like our energies work well together, but we're not afraid of like confrontation because it's not like beef. You know what I mean? Like he's called me out on stuff where we'll have a mature conversation about it. And by the end of that conversation is like, you're right. Yeah. Like true. Thank you for that perspective. Yeah. So like all that shit leads. And it's like, bro, like we do our dishes. You go into our crib right now. I baked bread last night. Yep. I have 2 loaves of fresh baked French bread sitting on our oven, still heated. We have no dishes in the sink.
We have a
fully
clean
mopped
house.
kitchen, fully
We're
mopped
college
bathroom.
students with a clean house.
We believe in feng shui, bro.
Get on the level,
bro. So like real talk, like there's a relationship as friends, as artists, and then there's also a relationship as roommates. And that was clear when we came in. It was like, bro, we're homies, but like if you leave dishes in the sink, like bro, this is our living space. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't clean up after yourself, it's like, what do you do? Like that's bum behavior. Yeah. Yeah. Like we don't like bum behavior. We're trying to. As I said, I'm 21, Maz is 20. We're doing this all the way. This is just the first phase of what we're doing. And it's like, bro, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now. And so the actions you take on the way to become a king of your kingdom are the actions that then reflect in your kingly rule. Like the habits you bring towards your people and the habits you lead in your personal life on that come up is the shit that once you have money, once you have the light on you, once you have people who are saying, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Once you have a label behind you, bro, if you're already corruptible or you don't have a clear way or a intention of what you're doing, it's like, bro, that's how you hear all these stories about like, you know, like fucking, bro, I've never met Diddy before, but I've heard some crazy shit about Diddy. Like there's some real funky shit that goes on in this industry. Mm-hmm. And like it takes people where like, Maz is going to be at my lake house one day, bro. I don't have a lake house right now. You know, we're still in college right now. Maz is graduating next semester, but like Maz is one of those dudes who I'm gonna bring to the barbecue. You're invited to the barbecue. You're invited to the barbecue. You know who's not? Diddy. Because, bro, like there's some real funky shit going on in this industry. And it's like you need people who are there to, like when all the cameras are off, when all the shit's done, like Maz and I are driving back in a zip car, back to our crib. I'm gonna cut off a slice of bread and we're gonna talk about this podcast. Like, this is real life. You know what I mean? And a lot of people try to make their life a movie. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, bruh. Like, our life is our life. And that's the cool thing. Like, we don't have to try to be, oh, this is so aesthetic. You're cool. Shut up, bro. You're a bum. You have no money. You're a bum.
All right, bro.
My bad.
We didn't come here to hate.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. I love everybody. Except for you, Diddy.
But facts. No, but what I think you're saying is real. And you know what? It's interesting. I didn't know your guys' ages before, you know, now, honestly. Yeah. And meeting you seemed a lot more mature than a normal 21-year-old that I tend to would like meet, out in the ether, so to speak,
sure.
right? So I applaud you guys because these are the habits that people that are my age or even older have not built. And you might not think it's like a huge deal. You might think this is just like business as usual, but these are the habits and the mindsets that are going to then take you further in that path. Like the fact you guys have that on lock, like something as simple as like, I'm going to clean up after myself. I'm going to cook my own food. Like, not saying you're not going to go eat out every once in a while, but like, it's like, I'm going to bake my own bread. I'm going to do things on my own terms, not be disrespectful or be, an asshole to people. Right. But like, just being confident in yourself and understanding that like, these are like the mindsets and the habits that I want to build for my life. That's so important. And it goes further than the art. And I'm glad that you guys have a friendship that's not exclusively based on work or on art. That you guys feel like there's a space for that where you guys can come home and hash something out that happened, whether it's something into the industry or not. So listen,
and it's fun too. We went to an improv night like 3 nights ago. We were at Northeastern at an improv night, bro. It was lit. It was lit.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are ahead of it. You're ahead of it because like there's people your age that don't have these mindsets for sure. I mean, you can imagine walking into some college dorms or college apartments and seeing what you guys are describing. Yeah. Like, I went to college, like I've seen that. Like, I lived in an apartment when I was in college too. And granted, I think we kept things pretty clean as well. But like, it wasn't always the case in other people's places, and it's just like you said, that having that space, I get all those habits and all those things that are that seem minuscule, right? The clean space, having an aesthetic and an environment where you feel comfortable and like isn't, like you said, bum behavior. Like I like how you put that almost, right? Like it's like behavior. If you come home to a place that's dirty and that's, you're not cooking for yourself, you're not taking care of yourself, like smells. Yeah. There's that I feel like breeds into the other areas of your life, you know? It's
our apartment might be a little smelly right now.
Smells like Parmesan cheese because this man wants to grow plants.
Yeah, I was growing a bamboo plant and it got oversaturated with water, and I don't know why, but bamboo plants.
No, it's because you put the.
Well, hold on. This has happened before. Bamboo plants, and check my science on this, Mike. But bamboo plants, when you overwater them, they get a little funky. And they smell like Parmesan cheese, and it's really strong.
It's crazy.
So our whole apartment, it doesn't. I fixed the problem.
Fixed it.
I fixed it yesterday, but for like a week, it was crazy.
It's like you walk in the door, it's like,
bro, it smells like.
But that's not the norm. Is my point.
No, yeah.
Your apartment normally doesn't smell like Parmesan cheese.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Right.
It does not smell
on a
like
regular
Parmesan.
basis.
Yeah, pull up to our crib. It doesn't smell like Parmesan cheese at all.
But anyway, I guess
really
long-winded way of just saying, like, I commend you guys for that because that's going to take you far, no matter what you guys end up doing. Like, that's a great mindset to have in not even just your professional endeavors, your relationships, and your own homes. When you own that lake house someday and it's clean and tidy and it's inviting, people want to be there. Right. Like those are the spaces you want to be that person that you want the rest of your life to reflect that. So I love it, guys. This is awesome.
Shout out to the parents.
Yo, seriously.
Shout out to good parents.
Seriously, yeah.
This all comes from my mom. This all comes from my mom and dad.
Yeah. Likewise, same with my mom. Single mom, 3 kids. She raised us to be, on the ball. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you guys. No, for real. It's super important. I love what my mom taught me as a person, right? I was your guys' age, right? Mm-hmm. A little younger. My freshman year at college, I'm going in there. My mom, this is kind of a crazy story. She, not really a story, but she made me start doing my laundry when I was 12. My own laundry. She said, I'm teaching you to do your own laundry. And I'm like, the fuck? None of my other friends were doing their own laundry. I'm like, Mom, come on. Like, I'm 12. I don't think I said
want
that
to fucking
way,
use a Tide Pod. What the fuck?
I'm 12. She's like, nope. You're learning how to do your own laundry. Sure. You'll thank me later. Sure. When I was 14, you're getting a job. Mm-hmm. I don't care what it is. You're getting a job. Part-time job. Why? Because I'm not buying your own car. You're buying your own car. But guess what? I grew up in an area where a lot of people given cars being bought for themselves. Bought my own fucking car, man.
Hell yeah.
It was a 1996 Toyota Camry, and I loved that shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
pimped that shit out. It was great.
Hell
I
yeah.
really didn't pimp it out that much. It was a great sound system.
But I'm sure the memories in that car
Yeah.
like are what stand out.
Absolutely.
Because
And
you're
it-
like,
and it
I
was
fucking
mine.
bought this.
It's yours.
It was
Yeah,
mine.
it's
I
yours.
owned
Yeah.
it. Versus like I had another friend of mine in high school who was like, oh, I don't want my 2005 Ford, whatever it was, because I don't like the color. I'm like, really?
Bruh.
Like, you don't want
And
it
he
'cause you
didn't
don't-
have the money to repaint it.
I don't know. Apparently not.
Bum behavior.
But for real, like, and then I go to college and I have friends of mine in college like, hey, do you know how to do laundry? I'm like, I've been doing laundry for 6 years. And I'm like, you don't know how to do your own laundry?
Yeah.
And then it clicked. I'm like, that's why my mom made me do my own laundry when I was 12.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the type
Yeah.
of shit. And now I'm very self-sufficient, right? And like,
Okay.
you know, and that's important. And even at that age I was, right? And I'm thankful for that. And now whenever I decide to have kids, like me and my girl, when we have children, like I tell her all the time, like these are the types of things that like I want to teach our kids. Not be an asshole about it, be like, you got to do your own laundry, but like explain why.
Of course.
This is the reason why. So I love that.
You're going to be a good
Yeah.
dad, Mike.
Thank you, brother. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yep.
You got
I
dad
get,
instincts already, bro.
I get that a lot. Not yet though. I'm not quite there yet.
Any baby mamas of Mike
No.
watching this video right now? Y'all already following Turntable Teachers?
Hey, I have a lovely, lovely girlfriend who I've been with for
My bad.
4.5 years. So that's
Mike, where's my child support?
God no.
Mike's having camera issues,
But we're here.
but it's cool.
It's cool. The audio's still recording.
What can we talk about, bro?
Acadia Spring Water,
Acadia Spring Water.
my Stop and Shop.
Have you ever wanted?
To go to Acadia? Okay, I guess, yeah, it's a bunch
Yeah.
of different springs.
Were you sponsored by Acadia? We just gave a full ad read to Acadia Spring Water. Are you
Wait,
sponsored by?
We're
them?
not sponsored by it. No, we're open to sponsorship, by the way. We do
Acadia
not.
Spring Water.
Not
Live
a
free.
sponsor.
Acadia Spring Water.
Not a sponsor.
Drink.
Rip
Acadia.
those tags off. Not a sponsor. Or Old Spice. But again, Acadia. I don't want that to come off. Acadia, like we will take you as a sponsor if you want it. Like,
And Old
this
Spice.
episode's gonna go off. I'm telling you. And
Old Spice, we need. The
You're getting
sponsor.
worse and worse by the second.
Old Spice, we need the sponsor.
Yo,
Damn.
that's affecting the whole shirt, bro.
Old Spice, we need
Yo,
the sponsor.
that
I don't know
shit's
which camera to
growing.
look in. Old Spice, we need
Yo.
the sponsorship for real.
That shirt's gone. That
Bro,
shirt's gone. You
I'm
should-
down to the obliques right now, Mike.
Dude.
I'm down to
You
the
are down to the
I'm down to the
obliques.
obliques right now, Mike.
What are you so nervous about? You're doing great.
Man, you have a great beard, bro.
That is a great segue.
That's probably wow.
Speaking
So
of
Ben, you can't grow facial hair. What have you tried?
hey, speaking of burning cars, that shirt might need to be burned. I think if you got more at the house, just burn that when you get home.
yeah,
All right,
I got you.
we got a segue here to pop quiz.
All right, hell yeah.
Pop quiz. So
Run it,
on pop quiz, anyone that doesn't know, that's new to the show, it is a series of rapid fire questions. Some of them might have to do with music. Some might have absolutely nothing to do with music. It's just stuff that I found out about these two. Now, this is a unique circumstance. Typically, I reach out to people that are close to the guest.
Right.
However, I felt like I'd do an interesting spin because you guys live together. You have so much experience with each other. I'm like, you know what?
Pause. Yeah. Whoa. Experience with each other, dude?
Well, not in that way.
With another man? What do you mean by
Experience is
that?
like,
What do you mean by that,
friend,
Mike?
just as friends and like working.
You got
relationships.
experience with Maz, Mike?
Not until today. Well, all right.
Whoa!
Should we-
Whoa!
should we tell him?
All right, go to
we tell
the pop quiz. Go to the pop quiz. Go to the
Maybe.
pop-
All right, whatever. You guys know each other well. That's all I said.
yeah.
So
We have experience.
I asked
with
you
each other.
guys. So cat's out of the bag. You guys don't know what each other said.
Nope.
But there's some awesome stuff in here. All right. Maz, we're gonna start with you.
Hell yeah.
Okay. It starts off nice and easy, but then it's gonna get progressively worse.
These are all from me, by the way. All of these facts.
And
are
all
from
of
me.
these are mine. I normally don't just like tell my sources on air. Like normally it's
I'm the
like I don't
source.
reveal my sources,
Yeah.
but these are the sources for each other. So, Maz, as someone who has personally, I have minimal knowledge of WWE. I am
Okay,
not familiar
okay,
at all
okay,
with WWE. In your opinion, who is the GOAT of WWE? Is it Ric Flair, John Cena, Hulk Hogan?
John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena.
I didn't even finish.
John Cena.
I still had Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin to go through.
I love Shawn Michaels. I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love The Rock. John Cena.
John Cena. Well,
John Cena took it to all the levels.
Facts.
All the levels. You go outside. You can't see me. Everybody knows this. Not everybody knows fucking do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Like, some people do. Not everybody. Everybody knows you can't see me. Everybody knows hustle, loyalty, respect.
Facts.
These are family values.
And his theme song too.
All right. John
Cena.
John Cena.
Easy. Ben,
What's up, man?
as a major theater kid and also music.
Yo,
lover-
nah, run it back. Yo. How are you gonna start the question off as a major theater kid?
That was what the source. That's what
yo.
the source provided.
Yo.
Don't lie to yourself.
The source provided.
Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to
Ben,
yourself.
which play do you think has the best original music?
Oh. That's a good question, Mike.
Thank you.
That's a good question, Moss.
No, I came up with the question. You just told me to ask you something.
Hell yeah,
about
that's
it.
a good question. Yeah. Fuck your sources, Moss. Major theater kid
Fuck
alert.
me then.
I'm gonna give you 2.
Please do.
I'm gonna give you 3.
Okay, sure. Please do.
My favorite musical of all time, Dogfight the musical.
Okay.
It's about these Marines. It's their last night in a town before they get shipped off to war, and they have to find the ugliest girl to bring to a ball. And it's like a contest, like who brings the ugliest girl, they get money. But this dude brings a girl, and then throughout the course of the night, they fall in love. And the story is about like this unrequited love. After he goes out to war, all of his friends die, and he comes back. Stop looking at my pit stains, bro.
They're so distracting.
Yo. Matt was looking at my eyes, and then he goes. I was like, all right, bro, all right, hold on. Back to the musical. Back to the musical.
I can't. This
Man,
is great.
man.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he comes back, and all
Somebody
his friends are
first, right?
dead, and he falls in love with the girl. The music's amazing. Listen to "Come Back" from Dogfight. It's a great song.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my second favorite musical is Dear Evan Hansen.
Okay.
I actually auditioned to be in the national tour for Dear Evan Hansen, and I didn't get it.
It's a little salty about that, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. It's cool though. And then my GOAT cultural importance musical is Hamilton. Because Hamilton
Hamilton's
onboarded so many people to the musical theater industry.
Yeah.
And like it was cool. Like it really put me on a rap, which is crazy. Don't include this in the interview. But like Hamilton was like one of the first rap albums I listened to.
It's on air. We're including it. I mean,
Fuck.
You can't tell me
I'm
that.
so sorry to whoever is watching this.
Theater kid.
Bro, I was like 12 years old. Somebody put on the Hamilton soundtrack, and I was like, this is fucking ill. And then my dad played Forgot About Dre for the first time, and I was like, this is ill too. And then I got hip to Jay-Z through my dad. It was like Jay-Z, and then I went through like a crazy Kanye phase, and then everything just went from there.
Dope.
So yeah,
Good answer.
thank you, man.
Appreciate that. Maz, who's the most underrated player in the NBA currently? Because I know you're a big hoops guy, as am I actually as well.
Yeah.
I'm a big. So I played through high school, a little bit of college, and then coached for 10 years.
What position?
I was a shooting guard,
Is it
and I got
Like-
that's my game. Like
low
threes,
key?
bro. 3 point. Yeah, but go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. If I think that's him, Mikal Bridges, in the Nets.
Mikal Bridges. I like that answer.
Like
That's a good answer.
he hasn't missed a game
Yeah.
in years.
He's solid. He's
just solid.
He's just a solid player.
Solid.
Like he can't be your best player.
No.
on the
It's
championship
okay.
team,
It's okay.
But he
That's
can be
okay.
your third best player.
And it's a great third best player.
Great third best player.
Great
He's on
third
the
best
team.
player.
Defends, rebounds,
3-point.
moves, can shoot threes,
Yeah.
gets to the rim pretty well.
Consistency.
I like that.
I'm a
answer.
Lakers fan. We have zero. Sorry, we have zero
Well,
consistency.
whatever. They're doing shitty right now anyway. Who cares?
We have zero consistency, man. Anthony Davis, get your shit right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with AD, bro. It's
Does he
just
still have the unibrow?
not anymore. I don't think.
He needs to bring that back.
I don't think
yeah.
he's doing the unibrow
He
anymore.
needs to
Bring
bring
it
that
back.
back.
No. All right, Ben.
What's up, man?
What was it like starring as Alex in the short film Bystander, and how did it potentially change your perspective on bullying? For anyone that hasn't seen the short film, it's about a boy who's a bystander. It's so cute. I haven't seen it, but I want to watch it now.
You
And-
can't. It's not anywhere.
It's not anywhere
It's
to
not
watch?
anywhere,
Oh, that's
dude.
bullshit.
It's no.
Well, you're on IMDb or
I
whatever.
do have an IMDb page.
And you were like the start, like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
12. How old are you? Like 12?
Yeah, I was
11?
I was 12. And you want to know a fun fact? That's actually where the name Bencils comes from, bro.
Why?
Comes from.
Where'd it
That's
come
where the name Bencils comes from. I was on lunch break because it was a big fucking production. It was Bystander, a film about bullying. And I was
Which is
playing.
important, by the way.
Yeah, man.
We're anti-bullying over here.
Facts. Even if you're a bystander, you're still part of the problem. Be the solution. Turntable Teachers.
You remember his lines.
Yeah, but I played this character named Alex, man. It was real cool. I paid to be in the movie. I paid $500 to be in the movie. It was like a theatrical like film workshop or whatever. We had like a red carpet at the end. It was nice. But
were you the bully or the bystander?
I was the solution, bro. I stepped in there, bro. I said, "Stop that," and they said, "Okay." So that was kind of
which is usually how that works.
My lead role.
They just take it, right?
What was the question?
Yo, you guys are fucking hilarious, bro. Holy shit. This is even better than I thought it would be.
Let's go.
I had a hunch, but like, goddamn. I said it to you. I'm like, they're gonna be fun. But like, damn, this is crazy.
Let's go.
She's either gonna want to come back or never come back.
We're the first podcast she's been on the crew for.
Yeah. I'm either never hearing from her again or she's coming back for every single one, and neither in between.
Cool.
How did it change your perspective on bullying?
Shut up, man. Nah, you know what?
Or did it? Maybe?
I'll say this, man. I'll say this, man. It taught me that being a bystander is never the solution. If you see something, say something. If you hear it, stop it. Yeah. So I know about bullying, man. I was bullied for like 8 years. It gets better, man. And you know why they're bullying you? If you're getting bullied right now, you know why they're bullying you? Because you're cooler than them. And you have a sense of individuality and authenticity that they can't replicate through conformity. Fuck those dudes. If you're getting bullied right now, go home, jack off, eat a bagel, and then keep it pushing, bro. Life's going to get better, bro. 3 years ago, I was 18. My parents got divorced. I was living in Chicago alone in my dad's bachelor pad with 2 cats. Now I'm here with my best friend with Mike, Turntable Teachers, spreading the culture forward, moving the culture forward, preaching anti-bullying rhetoric. If you see something,
say something.
Stop bullying.
The comment section might be a bit.
Please don't bully me, bro. No. Stop bullying.
If he owns it,
stop bullying me for my armpits. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh my god,
bro. This is our first interview, bro. I don't know how many of these I can do. I gotta get some heavy duty armpit for repellent. Bro.
You need something.
Yeah, I need new pits, bro.
But you'll be okay.
I need new pits.
You'll be okay. We're all gonna survive this.
I need new pits.
Maz, can you explain what fajita ass is? What the hell was that?
No.
Yeah, bro, rap it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna rap it. It was my first song that I dropped on SoundCloud. It wasn't my first song ever. It was just the first song that I dropped, or not song. Sorry, first song that I dropped on Spotify on all
still there.
All that shit still there. It's the worst song of all time. I was 16 years old, rapping the most stupid shit. There's some incriminating bars in that song.
Can you please say your favorite bar from Fajitas?
No.
All right.
She's gonna spice it like fajitas. I forgot the rest.
Thanks.
All right. He pleads the fifth on it. All right. Final question in pop quiz.
Okay.
Ben, I don't know if I can say this. How difficult was it to portray Jesus in a play when you can't grow a beard? I put them both together.
I had a fake beard.
Oh, I assumed that.
They gave me a fake beard. I looked sexy on stage, man.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever worked out. I dropped 15 pounds for that role. I had a 6-pack, fucking bustling Jesus biceps, and I was out there, bro. It was great. I was for people that don't know, bro, I went to nationals for musical theater. I was on a national stage for the 18th.
You were a major theater kid. Come on,
yeah,
man.
Nah,
own that shit.
Nah, bro.
You own the pits. You gotta own the
pits.
stage. You gotta own the stage, bro.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being
yeah, fuck it. I was a major theater kid, bro, and now we're here representing hip-hop culture in 2023.
There's nothing wrong with being... I think theater is fantastic. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a theater person. It's true. Absolutely. Right? But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, bro, it was lit. It was a real like proving ground. It was my first lead role like ever. Mm-hmm. Throughout high school, I was in theater. I've been doing theater since I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was always just kind of like the fucking... I could sing really well. That was my ticket. Okay. I smoked way too much weed in high school. I like had no ambition, but I could sing really well. And my parents made sure I was in vocal lessons. Like every Saturday, we would drive downtown to the city. My mom would drive me, and we'd be there at 7 a.m. Huh. So like that's something that was ingrained to me. So when the opportunity to play Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar came up when I was 18, but that's all I was thinking about. It was like my GOAT moment. I was like, all right, I'm going to the leagues. Like, I'm about to go crazy. And I killed it, bro. I got crucified on stage on a 14-foot metal cross after getting whipped with fake jelly. My body was covered in fake blood. I got crucified. That's crazy. The pits are crazy.
It might get down to his hips at some point.
really
Bro,
is.
yeah, we're gonna
Not
do
gonna
an
lie.
active pit
I don't know why you
check
didn't
throughout
get-
the case of
I
this
mean,
interview.
I'm kind of in a way I'm glad you didn't, but I don't know why you didn't just keep the sweatshirt on.
bro, because I'm here for the clips, bro. I'm here for
This is a lot of-
I'm here for two things.
How many? You
I'm
go
here
ahead.
for a great conversation,
Which we're having,
and I'm here for the clips
and yeah.
and the pits. 3 things. But no, man, it was lit. It was really good. It was a huge production. There was an 100% orchestra. It was
Wow.
the first time I'd ever been on a major stage. It was a 1,000 to 1,200 person audience.
Oh,
and
shit.
if you know the soundtrack from Jesus Christ Superstar, it's one of the most like vocally demanding musicals there is. It's a rock opera, so you have to really belt. You have to really sing.
Yeah.
And I was preparing for that for like a year. I killed it. There's footage of it somewhere. I fucking killed that role. And 3 days after that show, COVID hit, bro. So we got it in 3 days before the show.
That's
Or
good.
3
though.
days before
At least-
COVID.
At least you were able to get it in, but-
Bro, I like serious. I think I would have lost all direction if I didn't. Like, God has helped me so much in my process, bro. Because like before Berklee, I went to theater school, bro. I went to the best musical theater conservatory in America, Boston Conservatory. It's literally #1. There's 80 people who get in out of 5,000 applicants. Like, I'm gonna talk my shit as a major theater kid for a second. Like, but that's a 0.05% acceptance school. I was there. I did the worm during my audition. Like, I went in with my personality. You know, I said I can do impressions. I did Scooby Doo. I said, "Roo."
I was about to say, do it
Fucking,
right now.
I can do the Rainbow Connection. Like, I've been doing that shit
Oh,
since I was a
shit.
kid, bro. See, exactly. So like, this shit goes deeper than you know what we put out. Like, theatricality and art has been in me since a young age. It's been in Maz since a young age, and now I feel like we're in a spot where we're allowing it to come through into our art in a really beautiful way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, me in live events, like, I never realized how much my theater background helps. But like, we
Totally.
prepare so much for each show.
Yeah.
We write out acts. We write out interludes. We write out everything, because I believe like the most improvised show is the most prepared show. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do improv. You can't have a good flowing show unless you prepare it. So like, bro, we put shots up every day. Like, as Maz said, we might not produce together every day, but we put our own shots up every day.
Oh yeah.
Like, if we were 2 basketball players, I'd probably be going to the European League. And
Hey,
I don't
it's a
know
lot
if
of
I don't know if
it's
you
a
make
lot
the
of
league.
fundamentals over there.
Yeah, facts.
It's great
I got good
basketball.
footwork.
The fans over there are crazy. Look at the flares in the crowd.
Actually, I will say
these European guys are coming in too, and they're
yeah,
killing
Luka
the league.
Doncic, Jokic,
this is the last
a lot of
flowers.
passing.
Wembanyama, all these guys.
These are the-
Wembanyama.
These are the last flowers I'll give to Maz. If you need a solid 2-point shooter on your team, this guy.
Okay.
This guy has the greatest foundation. The set and shoot before he fires.
So we'd compliment each other because I'm a 3-point shooter. So.
I play the paint too, so this is a full 3 team right here.
Say less.
This yeah. We need to get in a 3-on-3 tournament.
3-on-3
Hey man,
Well,
and one.
you heard
Call
it here
us up.
first. That was pop quiz. One of the most rambunctious but enjoyable pop quizzes I think I've ever had.
pitch it. I'm just
Oh
embrace
my
it, bro.
god, man. I want to talk, Maz. I want to talk to you about
Yeah.
your brand new album. So we're back to the main lesson. Got a couple of.
go.
I want to talk to you about the music now that you guys have both been dropping recently.
Yeah.
Thank God
Oh.
for me.
Yeah,
So, again, no yes men here.
of course.
Okay. I'll keep it a buck 100 with you. I do not typically gravitate towards this style of hip hop as
Okay.
often. Okay. It's just not in my wheelhouse as often.
Yeah.
And it's funny though. I never used to like Lil Uzi Vert and things like that. But then, that I think was Eternal It Take came out, and I was like, oh, okay. I kind of understand where he's going now. Like, this
Yeah.
is actually pretty tight. And the reason why I bring up Uzi is because I feel like when I was listening to your album, I didn't love every single song, but the songs I loved, I really, really, really liked. Like that
yeah.
that opening song, Switch, is phenomenal.
Thank
dude.
you, bro.
That shit like got me rolling. I was listening to it in the car, and that's the other thing too. The freaking production and the engineering on this shit, bro. A1, like top fucking notch, dude. That sounds
Thank you.
so good. Anybody that likes this style of music, if you like Uzi. Some other influences I was hearing, like I definitely heard some Kendrick for sure,
yeah.
and some
Oh,
of the
yeah.
flows.
Oh yeah.
Heard some Travis Scott, Definitely heard some Kanye. I even heard like a little bit like UK grime in there a little bit too, or like some of the UK scene, the things I'm hearing. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but some of the things I'm hearing. So I'm hearing a lot of these influences. I'm hearing, even though I didn't connect with every single song.
Sure.
Like that's the two highlights for me. That Switch song, and then was it Devil? Where's
Devil and New Prada, baby?
Dude, get out of here with that
Bro,
shit.
that's the show hit right there, bro.
Masala, that fucking
when
hook
she
is,
hit my phone, I know what's up. I holla. Yeah.
That shit was, dude.
Bro,
I was vibing to that shit.
Hell yeah.
You got to
Last
see
night in
that
my
live.
car.
You got to see that live. It's
I
crazy.
can only imagine.
Sunday, Secret Island.
It won't be out by Sunday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, that's tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're playing a show tomorrow. I'm playing at the House of Blues tonight, actually. I'm
right, 'cause
DJing
you're-
at the House of
for-
Blues
for
tonight.
Enjoy
with
the Thrill, right?
I
With
just
Thrill.
joined the team also.
Congratulations.
Wait, hold on.
Shout out Enjoy
This is
the
my
Thrill.
first time throwing up Thrill on camera. Enjoy the Thrill, man.
Iron sharpens
Let's
iron.
get
Do it for the thrill. Iron sharpens iron.
Shout out to Cam and Steph.
Facts.
And the
That's
entire
big bro
thing.
right there. Steph big broed me hard. Wait, no, Steph like hipped me really hard this summer. He put me in contact with you, bro.
That's right.
Steph was the one who invited me to that networking event where I met you.
No kidding. Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
I
Steph.
was tight with Art. So Artie and I managed an artist actually together. And Artie owned that space that we were in.
Yeah, the NOSA?
It was French,
Or no, the
French,
yeah,
French
the
Street.
French Street Project.
French Street
Yes.
Project.
Yeah.
So anyway, I really just like, if anybody loves that style of music. So for long story short, for me to not really love that style of music, but to feel like, oh my God, there's definitely tracks I'm going to go back to and that I really, really enjoyed and like want to hear again. Like that's a huge compliment.
Thank you, bro.
I think you should see it as that.
Thank you.
So I'm kind of curious, like, are you actively sort of like, being somebody that's obviously from Brazil and then coming into like American music, like, is that like, are all those influences, like, I mean, the UK one maybe sounds like I wasn't as on par with.
Nah, there's a hint of it. I'd say there's a hint. Yeah,
right. Okay, so I'm not too far off.
No.
Talk to me about like the creating this project, because I think again it's such a strong body of work. The sound is incredible. So I'm curious, like for you, like sort of working in all of these American music, hip hop music influences, like what's that journey been like for you? And then obviously to get to this point of this project.
Yeah,
thank God for.
I mean, so I always say, so that project, thank God for me, it's an amalgamation of like the process of making it. Like it's thank God for me because like I always wanted, although like I was a producer for longer than I've been an artist. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the process of creating that album was about of like the self journey of myself, of understanding myself and what my sound is. That's why it's so like all over the place intentionally with like all these different influences. Like that first song, Switch, that's what it is. It was like a personal switch for me. I feel like before I dropped that album, I was a completely different person. It's literally a switch of like who I was before to who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
So I think like it's very much American music influenced. I'm getting more right now into the more Brazilian bag from the last song that I dropped, which was I Left My Feelings Back in Miami, which was a song that I dropped last year, but I did a Brazilian funk remix.
Crazy.
Which, like, if you go back to the roots of Brazilian funk, it's Miami bass, and it's just kind of
makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of bringing that Brazilian side back in it, you know. There's just working on that wave a lot. You know, you asked like E.T. and some of the VB guys. I've been making Brazilian funk beats for them, and that we have demos now. Hopefully they release. But it's like I feel like it's a new wave that I see Brazilian funk as like I feel like it's gonna have the same effect as like drill and Jersey Club had.
Sure.
Because it's very much in the same, like, you look at the rhythm, it has like and you look at drill, it's like and then Jersey, right? It's the same rhythm, just like kind of like
Slightly
altered.
Yeah.
But it always has the it's in there in all of them. So I think it's like, and we're getting it because drill and Jersey, especially Jersey, were kind of memeified in the beginning. There was a little bit of like it's kind of a funny genre. Brazilian funk is being memeified right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people, and please don't say it's PHONK. It's not funk. It's not Brazilian funk. It's FUNK. Please. Funk, it's like a different thing.
It's like
It's a
drifting
different
music.
thing. It's a different thing. But anyways, yeah, so I think it's getting that kind of joke kind of song right now. But that rhythm is so like, you put that at a function. people are gonna immediately. This man is a DJ. People are gonna immediately. They don't care what the fuck you're saying because it's in Portuguese. They're gonna immediately start fucking like it's, you know what I mean?
Camera
it's crazy.
Going crazy.
It's great. Like yeah, like just that. And I think that's that music. Like the moment you hit play, it's like it already gets you like energized and stuff. You know,
it's dope.
And that's coming back now. I mean, I'm doing more. I also like rock stuff, but it's like it's there. That vibe of just like like let's get moving. Like that's the idea. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's a forward energy.
It's
like
a forward energy.
It's driving.
It's a forward, yeah.
Like I would say
That's
Maz's rock production and Maz's Brazilian funk production is very driving. Like
that's the point. Yeah.
Totally. No, listen, like I was just blown away by the quality of the sound of it.
Thank you.
I had not heard production hit that hard the way in which you mixed that. Like I was so impressed.
Thank you.
Crazy impressed. Devil Wears Prada, it's called, right?
Devil in New Prada.
Devil in New Prada, I'm sorry. Can we play a clip of Devil in New Prada for the people?
Can we play a clip of the live band playing Devil in New Prada?
Do you have?
Oh hell
have
yeah!
that? All right,
I got your email.
We'll send
I'll
that
send
to
it
me.
through.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a quick break. Okay, we're gonna sit
armpit break.
the live
sweat it out
band
real
version of Devil in New Prada by Maz Type B, or no, just Maz. Sorry, that was your
It's
Instagram
okay.
handle.
Get those arms
Maz
up,
featuring
man.
Ibri, right?
Ivory.
Excuse
Mike,
me.
put those
My
arms
dog.
up, man.
Arms up. No pits. Nice and dry.
Devil in New Prada break.
Devil
We'll
in
see
New
you
Prada
after
break.
the song.
Maz and Ibri. We'll be right back.
Ivory.
Ibri.
It's okay.
When she in my phone, I know what's up. Posting on the gram, they think it's up. It's louder. She think she a devil when she bitchy and Prada. Giving me the looks so shorty think I am her father. When she in my phone, I know what's up. Posting on the gram, they think it's up. It's louder. She think she a devil, she bitchy and Prada. Giving me the looks so shorty think I am her father.
And that was Devil in New Prada by Maz and Ibri. Sorry,
My
the
fucking
live
guy.
version. You should totally check out the full studio version, which is linked in the description. And of course, the rest of Thank God for Me by Maz. Dude, loved it. Really, really big fan of it. And I'm happy for you. And it was funny. So you're wearing the Kendrick. Is that the Kendrick Lamar eye on your?
It is.
So
Yes.
that's
The
funny that I
I,
wrote that. That's
the
funny I wrote
I and
Kendrick
the
Lamar.
U.
And the U. That's right.
And the
That's
U.
right. What it is.
And the U. Yeah.
So it's funny I wrote that Kendrick down because I totally. It was like the second verse of Switch. I was like. Right away, I was like, I'm not saying you're biting him, but I was more or less like,
I
no,
got you.
influence, like totally, like it
Yeah.
had that Kendrick.
Kendrick has been like always. He was I think, low key one of my. I feel like my first favorite rapper.
Yeah,
I think now it's been Kanye.
yeah,
but
I could hear some Kanye.
Kanye's
in your-
my number one, no question. But Kendrick is like the number two. Like
Gotcha.
it's there. Like his
It's freaking sweet.
way that he can deliver emotion through just like again, I love rapping. I love the rappers, but for me it's so much more about the artistry that they're able to do it.
Sure.
Kendrick is the best at putting rapping ability into artistry and just making a fucking record.
Yeah, he really is, man. It's crazy. Ben, I want to talk about some of your new music.
Oh.
I'm really, really intrigued by the EP "Small Dog Bite."
Okay.
With
Small
Juju.
dog, big bite.
So oh my god,
It's
sorry,
okay.
I read it
It's
off,
cool,
and
man.
I went to
Cool, man.
Small Dog Big Bite with
Yeah, man.
Juju the rapper, who's a DMV guy, correct?
Yeah, Juju's the homie.
So I'm curious. And then completely different vibe, by the way. Like a little bit more.
Yeah, he said, Maz, your mixes sound so good. And Ben, let's talk about your production. Yeah.
No, I'm not suggesting.
No, I'm
that.
saying it.
No, it was a different style. It's a
Yeah,
totally different style.
for
Like
sure.
more like old school, like
Yeah.
more boom bap-ish a
Yeah,
bit,
for sure, man.
right? East Coast sort of style of music. So very, very different. But I'm curious, like, how this collaboration came to be with Juju, because I know him being from the DMV. Like, how did you guys, get in touch, or like, how did you guys create that like working relationship with you being from Chicago, but then being up here? Another great body of work as well. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, bro. Juju's a homie, man. He used to go to Berklee.
Okay, that would be
Juju
why.
since
Okay.
dropped out of Berklee, to check in on his health, which I totally respect. But that project came out, I believe, in April of 2023.
Right. So, yep.
Bro, yeah. As I said, bro, like my art comes from my life, man. I was in Salt Lake City, Utah. I was skiing for a week over spring break. And I was scrolling on Instagram, actually. I was driving to the 7-Eleven to get a pack of Newports. And I was on Instagram. Don't text and drive. But I was scrolling on Instagram, and Juju's new freestyle came out. like all my Instagram reels. I was like, oh, this is hard. So I FaceTimed him immediately, bro. I was like, bro, let's work. He was like, okay. And so I'm the type of guy to like, when Maz can attest this, like when I say something, or not when I say something, that sounds crazy, but like when I have an idea, like a creative idea, it's like, bro, let's do it. Cause like it only takes form once it's tangible. You know what I mean? So I got my pack of Newports. I was listening to some Budgie beats, if you know the producer Budgie.
I'm familiar.
Budgie's super, super fire. He's a UK cat. And I drove back. It was snowing. It was beautiful, man. The snow was coming over the mountains. I was like, fuck it, let me lock in. I got on my laptop. I cooked up 2 beats. I cooked up like 7 beats in one day. And sent them over. Because when I get in that mode, it's just like, all right, we're in that mode.
Just kind of knock them
yeah,
out.
bro. Yeah, it's the flow state. I just kept going. And so I sent him over. Juju sent back like 7 verses that day.
Wow.
And he was like, bro, just pick and choose what you want to do with it. So the verses you hear in that project are not like how they were actually laid out. There was a lot of like chopping around and figuring out, all right, these are the best parts. And a lot of the same, energy I bring towards Maz. I was like, hey, like for that, I forget what the songs' names are from that project, but like whatever the first song from that project was, it's like Juju spat a verse, and I was like, I feel like you could do better. So he went back, re-recorded it, and I was like, all right, that's it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, that was the first body of music I put out. I have 11 monthly listeners right now. Shout out to y'all. Man, I'm not coming in the game right now as an artist releasing music. That's not my main prerogative, but I enjoy it, man. Mm-hmm. I enjoy making music.
Presented itself, and
shit's gonna be so crazy in 3 years that I'm making the connections I need to now, and I'm building the processes that I need to in order to create art at that level for when the time comes. Because Maz and I are just preparing for that blow up, bro. It's coming. It's already coming, and we know it's gonna come. We've already built the foundation. Pause. We've already built the foundation, and man, we're here. And I got a best friend in this world, bro. Like this is somebody like. This man's hug means a lot more than any of y'all saying that shit's fire. So, fucking, yeah, man, Juju's the homie. It came out of love. I was in Salt Lake City getting a pack of Newports, made some beats, sent over some songs, and rest was history.
Both those projects linked in the description after this episode. Make sure you guys go check them out. 2 very different styles, 2 very different vibes. But
if you like some soul chops, check it out, man.
Yeah, you're definitely going to try. Sound-wise, I gravitated a little bit more towards that project just because that's like normally what I listen to more often.
For sure. What kind of music do you listen to, Mike?
Man, I have an eclectic sort of taste. I like a lot. Right now I'm on a big like indie pop, alternative, hip-hop alternative style. Like I'm huge on that new Tizo Touchdown record.
Hell yeah.
Like, we were listening to that on the way up.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah.
I like love that shit.
Yeah.
Dominic Fike, really like he's another one that I just listen to all the time. I like very soulful, jazzy hip hop. I mean, honestly, take a look at my wall too. Like these are my favorite projects of all time.
I love this.
Denzel's incredible.
I love
Denzel's incredible. JPEG
Miami.
Mafia.
Bro,
Danny
also
Brown.
that Outkast album right there.
We
were like, oh, that's a great album. That's a great album.
So crazy story about this album. It's the first album I ever owned. Not I had the CD because it's like when I was growing up.
Right.
Late '90s, early 2000s. Like it was CDs.
Yeah.
Records weren't in anymore. They kind of came back a bit, probably like maybe a decade ago. I feel like maybe a little bit more, or more mainstream, I should say. Obviously, people had plenty of record, collections or whatever. But I remember I was actually 10 years old when that album came out. And, actually Livy and I were talking a little bit off air. So I growing up, listened to a lot of Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross. Not to bite that Kanye West song. I just feel like I was about to just sing the hook.
We'll definitely set this party alright.
Elton John, Fleetwood Mac. I mean, the list kind of goes on and on. So anyway, but my mom played a lot. And even Kenny G was really much just like
saxophone solos,
just saxophone, jazz. Yeah. That was like dinner music, And my mom was playing music all the time. She had a really big CD collection, actually. So naturally, when I started hearing this album or like some of the songs on Speaker Box Love Below, it kind of like blew my mind because I was like, these are kind of some of those jazz, sounds, but they're being fused into like this new thing that I didn't know what hip hop was, right? So I begged her to let me get it. And she said, okay. She was, you know what? My mom was cool, man. She was one of those moms that was like, listen, I'm not going to be the person that is going to shield you from the world. The world can be a beautiful place, but it can be a cruel place. I want to get you ready for life. And she said, I was telling you guys off air, adopted, was living 17 years old living in a boarding home by herself. Like that's just, I mean, she had it tough, man. She definitely struggled, but she's, you know, she really came out the other end. But I really feel as though like she set me up for success and like allowed me to like listen to all of this different music. And when hip hop, I was like really interested. She was like, okay, you just have to have get the clean version. So I was obviously fair compromise.
Mom, bro. That's a good mom right there. Yeah.
Fair compromise at 9 years old. And I listened to that shit.
Yeah.
All the time, man. Like it's probably my favorite album of all time.
Hell
like, and not because I love the music all the way necessarily. Like it's so long, but like I love some great.
Fair.
I love so many of the songs.
Heard of
off
the
of
Andre project?
I dabbled.
I listened to the first song, and then I have a really short attention span.
Yeah.
So I went to a different project.
It honestly for me,
it's like a 7-minute intro.
My whole thing with that is like I think he just did that because because he can and because he wanted to, which more power to him.
Yeah.
As an Andre 3000 fan, like sure I would have loved a rap album, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like mad or upset that he dropped this type of project.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
It's his
Like,
growth too.
It's his growth.
It's like where he's at right now.
It's
Yeah.
his thing.
He's been going around to like Japan with just the flute.
Well,
so it's like
that's probably
I was like, dude, yeah, there's no way.
Hops on a Migos beat.
But he's smart. People are gonna sample that shit, chop it up.
They already
have.
have, bro.
People already
They
have.
have,
Yeah. Cash
So-
Cobain made a crazy song off of
Cash
that intro
Cobain.
track.
I believe it. So like for me,
Cash, not from YouTube.
good for him. So yeah, I mean, and then it's funny, like with Outkast, I went backwards because I was like, oh, there's all these other albums because that was like really the last album they ever dropped, and so Aquemini is like my favorite Outkast album, like front to back. That's definitely the one that I'll just like play.
Bro, I love the first one, the Southern Playlist.
Well, that was like
that
off
shit
that,
is,
you know, that really Southern style that was really big at that time. Was really they were a huge catalyst for that. So. Yeah, I mean, I love all types of music. I love rock. I love. There's a lot of '90s rock that I could really get into. R&B, soul. I like a lot of it, man. Yeah. Even metal, which is something that I always said I could never really get into, but I feel like people listening to like people like Denzel Curry, kind of let me sort of get into that a little bit, and then that's when I got into like a Death Grips or those types of bands that are a little bit more, you know. A little bit more abrasive,
yeah,
or JPEG Mafia, or a little bit more obscure. So yeah, man, I like a lot of different music, but and then so many great Boston artists and Massachusetts artists that I listen to as well. So I feel like I get overloaded with that too. But then again, like I got like Harry Styles on here, man. Like that last Harry Styles album was fire, bro.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Harry.
there's a few more over there.
As it was.
That last Harry Styles was I thought that project was
Watermelon
fire.
Sugar
So Bob
High.
Marley, bro. Like
That's not the last
here's.
one.
Oh, my bad.
Here's my whole thing. I'll end it with this. Is like I feel like there's a time and place for so many different types of music. So that's why I like to be nice and open to even if I don't, again, same with you. Like if I don't love a project, like someone out there loves it, or there is a time and place for that. Like if I feel like just bumping some like dope production and dope music in the car, like I'm probably gonna go to Maz's album. You know what I mean? That shit went hard in my car. I'm like, hell yeah! If I feel like that's what I'm feeling that day, I'm gonna throw that on because it's fun, you know. Or if I'm feeling a little bit more like, you know, introspect, maybe I want to throw Kid Cudi on, or like maybe I'm feeling the more jazzy soul. I'll go with Anderson .Paak, right? Like maybe I'm feeling a little bit more obscure. I'll go with that, you know, MF Doom. So. Yeah, it's just all about the feeling that I feel that day or where I am in that time and place of my life or environment is where I. So sorry for the long-winded rant, but I appreciate the question.
Well, I was going to say also like coming off of that, something that really changed my perspective on music is like being in those positions to listen.
Sure.
Like I never heard punk music or like I never heard rock music in a live setting.
See, punk was big when I was growing up.
Bro,
so,
there was no scene in Chicago.
Right,
there was nothing in Chicago. I really haven't listened to like heavy live drums like up until this last year, but then I saw it in person, and so it was the difference between it's the difference between clicking on it on Spotify and listening to it in a car versus being in that crowd and feeling that like you gotta like hip hop comes from the hips, rock music comes from like the snap, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be like in the Toyota Tacoma like brother, but like, bro, you might put me in that crowd and I might crowd surf.
Yeah.
Like I might, there's footage of me doing the crank that Soulja Boy and actively knocking somebody over in a crowd. Cause I'm a big dude. I'm 6'3", bro. I could have been an Ohio State lineman if I wanted to.
That's my squad.
For real?
Absolutely.
Ohio State?
Absolutely.
Psh, I could have played.
My uncle used to coach there back in the day.
Bro, put me on the D-line.
Coached basketball.
Put me on the D-line. I'll be there.
We might need you.
Maybe if there's rock music going on.
Fucking Michigan, bro.
Okay,
I'm so sick
yeah.
and tired of losing to Michigan the last 3 years.
You miss, baby.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I think seeing an artist live, it really is.
No, it is.
It makes a huge.
It changes everything. Now I love punk music. Now, and I wouldn't say I'm like.
And shout out to my dog Sade, who's making amazing
Facts.
punk music right now.
Facts.
Only dropped one song, Sade, made by Sade.
Saade.
It's crazy. It's
I'll have to
crazy.
check it out.
Produced
It's
by
like
Dennison. by the
inspiring me
way.
so much right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw they played a show yesterday at Exit Galleries. It was
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
threw 2 shows. I love Exit Galleries.
Can we
That's
give a
great-
couple shout outs real quick?
Of course.
I want to shout out Sade. I want to
Sam from Exit Galleries for
Love Sam. Yeah, big shout out to Sam Fish.
Sam
from-
Fish,
shout out Dennis.
Dennis.
Denizen, if you know. Shout out Meech. Shout out Mike. Shout out Turntable Teachers. These are our Boston shout outs for the
Yeah.
episode.
Shout out Olivia.
Shout out Casey,
Shout out KC.
the person who put us in this
Shout out
position to be
Northside
here.
Steph. Shout out
Shout out Oak
Memes.
Grove.
Shout out Oak Grove.
I live right
OGS
by Oak
family.
Shout out Dar.
Shout out Enjoy the Thrill.
Shout out Invada. Shout out Hawes. Shout out Sean Wire.
Facts.
Fucking shout out Maya.
Facts.
Shout
out
so
Brandy
many
Chanel.
people. There's so many people
Shout
that
out
like
Cam and
let
Steph.
us be a part of this culture, bro. That like took us in, and like we've reaped so much from that, from the Boston hip hop scene. That's a scene that like it's gonna make waves.
You
It's
guys-
gonna
oh,
make
it
waves.
is.
It is
Bro,
making
it's a
waves.
renaissance.
You guys
Like,
came in at a really good
It's-
time.
the
Like, it
perfect
really
time.
is.
Things are, really, seriously,
the perfect
things
time.
are moving in a great direction here.
Yeah.
And I think
love to
it's
see it.
cool too because we have a part to play as well. That's something
course.
I've never felt before.
Yeah, you're
Like,
playing.
that's
You're
something I
playing,
was-
you're playing a show with me in a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
Middle East,
Yeah,
like,
December
I-
22nd at the
And this
Middle
is
East.
yeah, this
fucking
is what
yeah.
I mean. Like this is the type. And guess what? Olivia is really good friends with Leo the Kind, who you'll be DJing for. So that's why, like, you know, all that like that's what I love about this community in the sense of like finally it's starting to become feeling like a legitimate community that people aren't trying to just like
Of course.
you know compete because that's all it was. You know, even before any of us were in this scene. You know, all I ever heard was just like, you know, competition and criticism and negativity.
Right.
And I feel like we're starting to get out of the weeds with that.
Yeah.
And I think too, like something else we were talking about as well, like, you know, kind of the subjectivity of music. I've really started to, over the last few years, started to shy away from saying any type of music is bad. Maybe it's a bad mix, or maybe you just don't resonate with that. But at least a bad mix can be changed, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't resonate with that type of music, it's fine, right? But you know, someone out there might like it, and so you know, I think that I've tried to come at it from an angle of like, as long as that music, as long as I see some type of quality in it, or at least like there could be some appeal in some way, shape, or form. Like, who am I to say
I think
something's
it's
bad?
I think it's intention. That's what like I think what separates the artists from like the next level is just how intentional they are.
Yep.
Like if you're not like thinking about like, oh, how is I'm gonna get in my engineer bag, but like how is that bass hitting with a kick? That's so important. And I don't think a lot of artists like necessarily think about that because that's not necessarily the world. That's okay. But I think that's something that there's so many things that I think it's important to take into consideration. Like
Yeah.
how is that like little ear candy happening at that moment? Like why is that happening there? Why should it only be played in that one moment and not anywhere else in that song? You know, why are you putting that sample in? Like the shit that they say in the samples can be so that like I'm so intentional with that.
Right.
Like the meanings behind samples and like what they say and how that can contribute to the overall message of the whole record. You know what I mean? From start to finish. Like it's not just a verse, a chorus, a bridge, another verse. It's like how does everything come together and like tell the whole story for that moment of time. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna like separate the artist from just like from a superstar. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And Boston has so much of that. There's so
There
many
really is.
intentional people here.
I agree. No, guys, listen. I've really enjoyed this podcast. Like this has been such a good episode. Like I've just loved. We're not quite done yet. I got a couple little quirky tidbits.
But
for
thank
you
you,
guys.
bro.
fun,
Thank
bro.
This,
you,
this has
bro.
been so much
great.
fun. Like I could
Great.
sit here and talk to you guys for 4 hours. This is awesome.
Yeah,
like
facts.
you got like I love your energy. I think you guys are breathing some new life into this scene. That you know,
Youth.
yeah,
Bringing
and
youth
youth.
into the
Yes,
scene.
yes, absolutely. And not that it definitely needs it, but not to say that it's not it's not happening organically. But I'm glad that you guys are here and being a part of it. And I don't know if you guys even realize, I mean, you guys are making inroads with people like Sam at Exit Galleries and Meech. I mean, these are like Meech and the Van Buren guys. Like, these are people that so many people look up to in this scene, and you guys are starting to like be in the mix. Like, and the fact that you have their respect shows a lot about the direction you guys are going. And I think so many things that you guys showcased today, especially on the more serious side of conversations we had, like, I agree. I think it's only a matter of time for you guys. And just don't ever lose this mentality of what you guys have. Even when the 11 goes to 11,000 and then 11 million, like, have this same mentality. So don't lose.
Let's do the handshake.
So don't lose that. They got a handshake?
Fine.
Yeah. You're him.
That's fucking awesome.
We got a court handshake too. If you ever hoop with us, we got a celebration.
Let's
handshake.
hoop. Right. I'm a slightly washed up now.
Whoever wants to
you guys
smoke,
are a lot younger than me, but I still got it. Trust me.
I got knees. I got Megan knees, Mike.
All right.
I get real active on that court.
All right, let's do it.
I'll do anything too. I trash talk crazy.
I could easily see you
trash
talk
talk crazy.
Yeah. Bum behavior.
Bum,
bum behavior.
It's bum behavior. All right.
2 points.
I got a quick segment for you guys. Well, two more segments, but they're both very quick. This is a new segment we just started called Pass or Fail. So I'm going to read you off 3 statements. Pass means that you either agree with the statement or you think it's going to happen in any way, shape, or form. Fail means you disagree with the statement or you don't like it, don't think it's going to happen. Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right. Beans as a side dish. Pass or fail?
Fail.
Pass.
Fail.
Pass.
Fail.
Pass.
Fail.
Pass.
Never.
Pass.
Fail.
I love beans.
I'm Brazilian,
I love
but
beans.
fail.
I love beans.
Tortilla with peanut butter as a sufficient meal.
He hates all of these.
No,
That's like half of my meals. That's half of my meals. I pass on that.
Fail.
I pass on that. That's
Fail.
Beans and peanut butter is a lot of what I eat, man.
And he hates that.
Yeah,
stuff. But sometimes opposites attract, right?
Ask him about avocados, man.
You like avocados?
I'm in a weird state right now.
Do you not eat
He's actually
food, bro?
he's
Come on,
he's
dog.
questioning his relationship with avocados right now.
Because
Avocados are
I've
great.
always hated it, but then I just had sushi this week that I was like, usually I'm like, they be putting avocados in everything. That's not like traditional sushi. But anyways, I had it and they put avocado in it, and I was just like,
really good, right?
I didn't mind it.
It's pretty creamy, right?
Okay.
It's pretty creamy, right?
Yeah, I'm questioning.
All right. Clark D wins a Grammy.
Oh, pass.
Pass.
That was my third most streamed artist of 2023. That's my favorite artist in Boston. Clark D Propaganda came out. I've been glazing that man so hard. Bro, Mass Effect off of that song, Mass Effect off of that project, Hood Gospel, Pavement, Cherry Blossom. Bro, that Clark D's whole career trajectory is really inspiring to me. I've watched a lot of his interviews. He did one with Do Over Don't.
Mm-hmm.
He was on.
We're gonna get him down here at some point. I just saw him last
yeah.
week at his show with Chase Murphy.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
yo, when
I
am I
was trying to,
coming by?
bro. I was trying
Fire.
to pop out. I had something going on. I was pissed, bro, because that flyer was lit.
It's a great
Like
flyer.
he's somebody, bro. When you say like, you were talking to me earlier in the interview, you were like, Ben, you can do everything in the creative process, whatever. Like that's
Clark
what
D, man.
that's Clark.
Hey,
bro.
wait, he got nominated for a Grammy though, did he?
No, BMA.
BMA. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
BMA and
No, but there was a thing that he was a part of though.
Grammy.
For the Christian hip hop project. As an engineer.
As an engineer.
Yeah, man.
That's
so,
what I meant.
Yeah, easy
Grammy as an
pass.
engineer.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna
Fucking
win.
pass.
Even if he doesn't win off of a Christian hip hop album, bro, his music is so substantial and so well produced and well engineered, and the delivery with which he puts his music out into the world and the activators he uses to like make himself a force within this scene, it goes beyond the regional aspects of Boston. I mean, he's in Atlanta. Clark D's actually not best friends, but knows one of my homies down in Atlanta who I've known since he was 1 year old. I went to CPS up until second grade of elementary school, and there was this kid named Bug. That's his full name, Bug. And I was homies with his friend Jake, and Jake and I went to first grade together. Bug was 1 year old at the time. And then Bug was going crazy when we were in high school. He was doing graphic design. He was producing in the Chicago scene, and he was turning up. And I was like, damn, Bug's doing his thing right now. Like, I respected that. And then he dropped out of high school, moved to Atlanta at 16, started going crazy, now does fine art. And that's somebody I check in with. And I've known that dude since he was
Bug.
1. So like, bro, it's crazy though. I was DJing with Clark D at Exit Galleries, and I was Clark said something about Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, you know, Bug. Like, I have a homie Bug down there. He was like, oh yeah, I've been in the studio with him. So it's like, bro, this world is a small place. Like,
It is.
if you have bad relationships with people, if you do some fuck shit to somebody, that's one call away from like seriously impacting you. Like, Maz and I stand on business. We stand on what we do, and we work well with the people we work well. We pay our artists, and we pay everybody we work with on time, because we're here building 30-year relationships. There ain't no bum behavior in our day-to-day lives. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, listen, I think it's a beautiful sentiment, and I completely agree with it. Right? I think at least is very much like everybody should understand the expectations of what it is going into things, and just being transparent. Transparency is so key.
Yeah.
Doing good business, it's all important. We're not trying to fuck anybody over,
Right?
Because there's too much of that in this industry, like you said earlier, Ben. And I think we need to like nip that in the bud. That needs to go. Like,
I love you, Bug.
No more.
I love you, Bug.
Much love to Bug. I've never met you, but dope.
Bug.
Guys, what an episode. This has been amazing. I have one last segment / question for you.
Nice.
This is the open response. As you see, we've gone in a class progression, right? We go, and you guys are still Berklee guys, still in schools, right?
Yeah.
So you got your objective, your main lesson. Now we do an open response.
Of course.
Okay. In the open response, we do.
I always hate these parts.
You're gonna love this. This is the best part. Every
Okay,
artist.
I'm excited.
This is the dream song scenario.
Oh shit. Ooh.
So each of you will go, have a turn.
Okay.
You both get a song, okay? It's Maz's song, Bencils' song,
Right.
okay? You can have any artists and producers on that record or that song, dead or alive. So I'll structure it for you. It's 1 to 2 producers, all right? If you choose you want to do production and you want to or you both want to do production, you want to bring someone else in, fine. Or if you want to just take yourself off production and just be an artist on it, cool. And then you get 3 guest features, okay? Again, any producer or 2
Oh, I got it.
artists that are alive. Ben, sounds like you're good.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go first.
I'm going production team, Timbaland, Pharrell. I'm making the biggest song of all time. Production
Timbaland,
team,
Pharrell.
Timbaland, Pharrell. Feature list, French Montana, Pitbull, Bad Bunny. Biggest song of all time.
Banger.
Biggest song of all time.
He's just going for
I'm going for the top of the iTunes Hot 100. Bro, that would run the court for like 54 weeks. You get Bad Bunny and Pitbull on a song, and then French Montana comes in on like a 12-bar bridge where he's like, turn the club up, and you get those Timbaland drums. Boom, boosh, boom, boosh, Pharrell bass or Pharrell line.
Okay.
Turn the club up.
I can't believe you just made that noise with your mouth. That was
Yeah, I can do an electric guitar impression, man.
do it.
That's a trumpet.
It's like a distortion.
That was kind of a distorted electric guitar.
That's like a kazoo, bro.
Yeah, I can do a kazoo impression.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, man. I can do Donald Duck too.
This kid surprises me more and more the more
true,
I talk
man.
to him. This is insane.
You ain't even. No, I can't say that on camera.
Don't. Yeah, don't. If you have a little bit of a filter, if you think you can't say it.
I remembered what I was gonna say about Bystander, the bullying film. So can we cut back to that?
We're
in the
going
clip
back.
Real quick?
Go ahead. While Maz starts to.
I'm still there.
This
This
is a good little
This is good.
yeah.
That's where I got my Bencils name from, bro. I was just Ben at the time, and I was making a Snapchat name. So this is my first username ever. This girl, Eloise Lucina,
Okay.
who's an actor in Boston. She's a student now at Emerson or something. She was like, I was like, bro, what should my Snapchat name be? Like, everybody had Snapchat. I needed Snapchat at the time. She was like, what's your name? I was like, Ben. She goes, Bencils. That was the first name she ever. I was like 12 years old. And I was like, fuck yeah. So I was like, Bencils, Bencils.exe, Bencils.mp3. I was like, bro, I was running through the list. And like, bro, I had so many names. When Maz met me, bro, I rapped under the name Hardage, which is my middle name. But I was like, bro, that's so bullshit. Like, I don't resonate with that.
It's an interesting middle name.
Yeah, man. Benjamin Hardage Ansel, man. Air out the government on camera. But my name, bro, is Ben Ansel. So when people ask where my name comes from, it's like, yeah, pencils, but also like Bencil. Bencils. So that's the Bencils origin story right there. Oh, pitch check. Okay.
Oh my god, dude! It's like right here. It's on the hip. It's right.
I think
here.
it kind of stopped though.
Nah.
Yo, this
No?
is
Nah.
yo, this is wild. Yo, Yo,
Get your
run me that
Bencils
Gillette
shirt.
sponsorship.
Not sweat proof.
I'm straight up looking for sponsors right now. Whoever got non-aluminum, non-parafuban, or whatever it's called, fucking non-paraffin deodorant, let me know,
We're
bro.
burning that shirt.
Shea Beauty, Shea Moisture, Shea Beauty products. I use your moisturizer. I use your shampoo. It has Manuka honey in it. It gets my roots feeling really good. If y'all want to help my armpits out, yeah, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot more podcasts in the future, so I'm gonna need a little.
Maybe.
I'm gonna need a little, oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Just wait till I'm on funk, bro. Wait till I'm on funk flex. I'm gonna twerk.
And we're gonna cut back to this moment when you are.
I'm gonna twerk on the table.
Maz, you got your song?
I think I do.
Let's do it.
All right.
Production. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer?
Oh my God!
We've never got. Yo, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
We've never got Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer and Evil Gianni.
Okay.
That's the production
Who's
duo.
Evil Gianni?
I don't know who that is.
Surf
either.
Gang.
Okay.
Feature artists. King Cruel. Greta Thunberg. And Miles.
These are two very different songs.
Indiana Jones.
These are two very different songs, but I think both would be smash hits.
Can you play Indiana Jones by Miles behind this clip, please?
Sure.
This song's going to
Thank
be
you,
called Global Warming.
So let's run that back. You got Hans Zimmer. You got Hans Zimmer. Evil Gianni. Greta Thunberg. Miles.
I hate my life. Solve world hunger.
Solve global warming.
Global.
Greta. Yo, I'll lay down the bass line real quick.
Boom. Global warming, really bad. I was outside in the lab. Global warming. Global warming.
My name is Greta Thunberg. Stop global warming. Stop global warming and also stop bullying. Also stop bullying and stop global warming. We throw it to Mike for the feature. Stop global warming now. My name is Greta Thunberg. Anyways,
I don't know what to say. That was incredible.
you guys art speak.
That's all I can do, Olivia. This is all I can do.
Is that a wrap? Are we?
Yeah, there's nothing left to do after that but plug away. Let the people know where they can find you.
Look.
You go first.
At Moss Type Beat. Everywhere.
What's your album name?
Thank God for Me. Thank God for Me Deluxe. I Let My Feelings Way Back in Miami. Funk Remix. It's out everywhere. Find me on Spotify. Find me on SoundCloud. Not Pornhub. Find me on Twitter.
Find
me
him on
TikTok.
Pornhub. Look him up on Pornhub. You're going to find some look up Thank God for Me on Pornhub. You're going to find some crazy.
This is Turntable Teachers,
Videos.
all right? This
My
is
bad.
for the kids.
All right, start over.
Moss Type Beat. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter. Find me on Snapchat. Find me on TikTok. Tinder. Hinge. I'm everywhere.
Tinder and Hinge. I love that little plug in there.
Swipe right. My name's Ben. Find me on Instagram at Made by Bencils. Go to bencils.com, man. Get yourself a $15 tee. Man, rep where you're from, man. I'm from Chicago. I'm from the Big 312. Originally born in London, man. I'm a DJ. I'm an inventor, and I'm here for the future. We're here. Ooh, can I end with a crazy quote that I came up with the other day?
Please, go for it.
I learn from the past. I live in the present. And because of those two things, I'm able to influence the future. Quote, Ben Ansel.
I don't know if I want to plug me after that, but
Plug yourself.
if you're a fan of Bencils or Maz and just coming on to us for the first time, you can find us at Turntable Teachers on Instagram, TikTok. Also hit up our website, turntableteachers.com. And of course, as I mentioned, if you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator, make sure you hit us up at AOA Studios to book your session or service today. I don't even know what to say. This has been
Enjoy the thrill, man.
yeah. Shout out to Thrill. Enjoy the thrill. Shout out to my guys at AOA Studios. Shout out to everybody in the Boston and Massachusetts scene doing their thing. Shout out to Olivia,
Facts. Y'all
Let's
can't,
go, Olivia.
which I hope.
Y'all can't see.
Yeah,
Olivia,
yeah.
but
Get in here, Olivia.
Come through.
Take
Group picture.
Join the cut.
Thumbnail.
Y'all ain't even know the real goat. The real goat behind the cam.
Olivia's here.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail. Fire.
I love it.
Fire.
Guys, this was like so much fun.
Dude,
Seriously,
hell yeah.
this
Thank you
was
for
like
having
the
me.
most unique, different experience for me personally. But like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed every freaking second of it. Like,
Dude,
this
thank you
was-
for having me.
Thank you.
This was a lot of
Thank
fun.
you
You
for
guys are
having us.
two entertaining motherfuckers.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Jimmy Kimmel. Have us on.
Yeah, and then I want half the
No
room.
Jimmy
I'm just
Fallon. I don't like
Yeah,
you.
we don't want to be on Jimmy Fallon.
Kimmel.
kidding. As always, I'm Mike. That's Maz. That's Bencils with the turntables. That's Olivia with the turntables. And class is officially dismissed.
Turn,